This is one of those, I guess, negatives to doing mods. Things can happen, things go wrong. So, you may know, recently I put a new cold air intake in the 2025 Jeep Gladiator. I went with an air raid, not really for performance in it or anything. It really doesn't give you any more. I know a lot of the cold air intake people will tell you they're going to give you more torque, they're going to give you more horsepower. Maybe they do, but it's such a small amount that you'd never feel it. The only way you know it is if you're hooked up to a dyno or something, you know? But anyway, I put the cold air intake in, and in doing so, you have to relocate the MAP sensor. I don't know if it's MAP or MAV or MAF. But anyway, the mass airflow sensor. In doing that, you push it through a grommet, a rubber grommet. It's pretty tight, and I actually broke the end of it off. This is like a plastic, I don't know, protective cover, retainer, I don't know what it is, but on this end of it over here, the electrodes for the sensor kind of just sit inside of that. They're not touching this or anything. But anyway, pushing it in kind of bent this thing over and it broke off. So I put the sensor in anyway. Let me back up. Actually, I could not get the original sensor out of the OEM intake, which is sitting right there. The original sensor is still right here. I broke that. So I got another one, a new one from Advance Auto Parts. Unfortunately, they had them in stock. This broken piece is from that sensor. So this is obviously off, right? I go to stick the sensor in, and it's so tight that it kind of pushes the electrodes over to one side. They're just two joined metal wires, really. It kind of deformed them and pushed them over a little bit, so I pushed them back, and they are very fragile. I did manage to get it in, but then of course the concern is there going to be a problem? Am I going to get a check engine light or anything? Now, on first drive, there was nothing, no problem. On second drive, there was no problem. Real quick, I'm going to show you the intake. This is it right here, of course. It is, again, from Air Raid. Love the looks of it under the hood. For me, it's kind of a two-part reason. I mentioned that you don't get any more power, at least not that you can feel. But you do have an aesthetic benefit. It looks good under there. And it gives a lot more sound, a throatier sound from under the hood. That's really why I put it in, and I really like that. However, I don't like the potential problem with that sensor. So we're going to take it out for its third ride now, just to make sure. The truck is sat for a while. I'm going to drive it around for maybe half an hour or something like that again, and see if we get any kind of check engine lights or any kind of a notification that there's something wrong with that sensor. Because the last thing I want to do is take the Jeep on some kind of a trip or longer distance ride, I guess, and have something go wrong or have some kind of a problem. So we're going to grab the keys, we're going to jump in, we're going to take it for a ride, and we're going to see if there's any kind of problem. All right, we're in the Jeep, obviously, and I'm going to show you guys from startup. There's the gauge cluster. Let's go ahead and start up just to see if we get anything funky over there on the dash or the gauge cluster. I'm seeing nothing. That's good. And I'm thinking that, you know, maybe having it sit for a few days, since it's not been driven, might initiate something, if there is indeed anything to be initiated, in the form of an error code or something like that, or a check engine light. I see nothing. That's good. That's a good sign. So I'm gonna go for a ride, and I'll come back on here in a little bit after I've put a few miles on, and let you guys know if I've discovered any kind of weirdness about the truck. This is one of those I guess negatives to doing mods. Things can happen, things go wrong, and hopefully they don't ruin the whole mod. There's that sound. That's the reason I put an air raid cold air intake on the Jeep Gladiator. All right, I've been driving around for, I don't know, probably about 20-25 minutes, something like that. And again, there is no check engine light or any kind of a code, and I do think it would be a check engine light on the gauge cluster, so I'm happy about that. Apparently the sensor is working just fine, no issues, even though I did kind of, I don't want to use the word mangle because it's not that bad, but I did bend the electrodes on the end pretty well. And those electrodes, by the way, are connected. It's kind of like an A shape. Goes up, it's kind of rounded, and then comes back down on the other side. I don't know exactly how it works. It's obviously air passing over those two electrodes that are measuring, I don't know, exhaust flow, or it's not exhaust, I guess, intake flow, airflow, something like that. But nonetheless, I don't seem to have any issues, and I don't plan on changing that intake out again, so I think I'm going to be fine. It should be good for the long run. I will say that Jeep's sensor, the way that they put it in, they definitely don't mean for you to take it out. And I wonder how guys at the shop would do that, because it is an electrical component, obviously, and of course electrical components fail. They must have to change them out at the dealership, and they certainly don't replace the whole cold air intake. This one, I don't know how you would have gotten it out. I was gentle with it, and I still managed to break the housing or the assembly that is the sensor itself. I did use a pair of pliers. I really didn't have any other choice. There was no way I could do it with my hands. So anyway, good news for me. I'm happy about it. Is it worth the risk to put a cold air intake into your Jeep Gladiator? Well, it's like any other mod or accessory, I guess. There's always some risk, unless you're putting like a, I don't know, a grab handle on the back of your headrest. Even then, I suppose you could break the back of the headrest in pulling it out to put that grab handle there, who knows. But for me, it gave me the sound that I want. I don't know if you guys can hear it in the background. I'm just kind of cruising, and you can still hear a little grumble to the truck. I like that. After all, the whole reason I think most of us change exhausts on trucks is to get more sound, right? And this is giving me more sound, so it accomplished the goal that I wanted. Leave a comment, let me know. Ever switched out an intake and had problems with that sensor? Ever broken one like I did? I'd just be curious to know. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.